Rough weekend for the Mets in Flushing as they were swept by the Blue Jays at Citi Field. Big series coming up for the Mets starting on Tuesday, though, down in Atlanta. So let's talk some Mets baseball with the host of the Subway to Shea podcast. My guy, Anthony Rivera, joins us once again. Anthony, please tell me that you're doing much better than the Mets are after being swept by the Blue Jays.
Dexter, appreciate you having me on again. 2 weeks in a row I'm here. 2 weeks in a row we got the Mets having troubles. Hopefully it's not me, but I hope that they can turn it around in Atlanta because this was a rough weekend. A tale of two, series, tale of two homestands when it comes to what we saw this week from the Mets.
Yeah, it almost felt like two homestands there, Anthony, because it was good vibes around the Metropolitans earlier this week as they had swept the Phillies, only to then drop 3 straight to Toronto. And now they head to Atlanta for 3 games. So I got to ask you this. What's your biggest concern with this ball club right now as they head down to the ATL?
Can I say everything?
You can.
Everything is a concern because when the pitching's doing well, the hitting's not doing well. When the hitting's doing well, the pitching is not well. When the starters are good, the bullpen's not good, vice versa. The whole team needs to find some sort of balance so that they can get where they need to be and get to the postseason, because being 30-30 right now, they're pretty mediocre, and it just shows. It shows in the record. It shows in the play, and they need to turn this around quickly.
Now let's talk about the pitching, which you mentioned. Kodai Senga, he didn't have it on Sunday, pitching only 2 2/3 innings, excuse me, not 2 1/3, 2 2/3 inning, but a very short outing. He pitched on normal rest for the first time this season. Are the struggles that we saw from Senga a result of not having the extra day of rest like he had over his first 10 starts?
I don't know if that's the full case. I know that the Mets did this probably for one big reason, and that was Kodai Senga has a really good record and stats at home. I mean, at home, prior to this game, he had a 1.20 ERA and at home, and on the road it was 6.12. And you look at the batting average for these games, home games, 0.158, and then away games 287, close to 300. So I understand the logic of getting him one more game to pitch at home, especially since he pitched so well against Philly, and then not having him pitch, I guess, with the extra day's rest against a tough Atlanta offense. I don't know if it's the day's rest, but at some point he's going to have to pitch on full day's rest unless Jose Quintana comes back and is able to turn this into a 6-man rotation. If not, Kodai Senga is going to have to get used to pitching on 5 days rest.
Yeah, and the time is down, so it was going to happen at some point, and we saw it now. Can't necessarily equate his struggles that we saw on Sunday to that, but some will see that, but we're going to see a larger sample, I assume, going forward of him pitching on 4 days rest. Now, right now, the Mets, they are in 3rd place, Anthony, in the NL East, 5 games behind the Braves. So how are you viewing this 3-game series that starts on Tuesday night? Is it imperative that the Mets take 2 out of 3 from the Braves down in the ATL starting this week?
I think it is. You can't fall too far behind this Braves team. This isn't like last year where the Mets had the lead and the Braves had that historic comeback. They were really good last year, and I don't see that at this moment in time from the Mets. They haven't shown that they can do one of those epic comebacks. Maybe they can, but history shows that it's not too kind to the New York Mets. So it would be nice, win 2 out of 3. Like I said when we previously talked, win series. The Mets need to win every series they can because already they've been swept. I think it's been 3 times, and they only got swept twice all season last year, and it's been done 3 times already. So yeah, win 2 out of 3 here, get a little bit of good vibes going into Pittsburgh, who has become a really good team this year, and do the same there and get back home for the Subway Series.
There you go. 3 games against the Braves down in Atlanta, 3 games in Pittsburgh against the Pirates, who are in the wild card hunt. And then he said Subway Series starting next week against the Yankees. We'll see how it goes for the Mets. Can they get the good vibes going once again? Anthony Rivera, host of the Subway to Shea podcast, will be all over it. Anthony, good to see you again and talk some Mets baseball. We will do it again soon, hopefully with better vibes.
It's always fun, Dexter. Yes, better vibes, please.
Please, we can only hope for better vibes. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.